Alright, what's up YouTube? Welcome another time. You're here with the Velvet Jugganaut from Vibez podcast, and we're here to talk about it. We're going to bring you some more of that breaking vibes that we started, with the little news, what's going on. I think y'all like to know what's going on as we cover on the podcast, and as we can expand on the YouTube channel. Now, we know I like to talk about music, so we have another session that we're going to start doing here called Fire or Feces. And the first album we're breaking down is the new 2 Chainz album, Bowl or Go to the League. I might accidentally wore too many chains because we're talking about not 1, not 3, but 2 chains. True. Let's get into it. Oh, before we do so, 500 vodka. You wonder why it's there. I think we covered this on the podcast. We got sponsorship. We've got partnership. If you're drinking, drink sexy. Drink responsibly. Drink 500 vodka. Let's go ahead and get into this album. I'm going to break it down track for track. And at the end, we're going to decide, is it fire or feces? Let's get it.
Now, like we said, we're going to break it down track for track. Here with Fire or Feces on the Velvet Vibez podcast. Let's get it. Opening track featuring Marsha Ambrosia. Let me tell you my thoughts on that. First off, man, when the album comes on, it comes on with a clean, crisp feeling that lets you know something's going to happen on this album. I'm not just going to give you that trap feeling all day long. I'm not gonna just leave you with that typical 2 Chainz vibe. As soon as it come on, you already know what's gonna happen. You got Marsha Ambrosia on the intro. I'm not gonna be streaming, playing anything here. You know where to get it. Matter of fact, it's probably here on YouTube as well. You know what to search when you're done. But yeah, the intro is called Forgiven. Marsha Ambrosia. Bangin'. The next track where he gets right into it. Threat to Society. When I heard Threat to Society, first off, I heard that Love TKO sample. I heard a few other samples. And it was just a vibe all the way through. Something that you want to pull up on the scene. When you know that your fellow homies are outside sipping their beverages, whether they have it in 1 cup or 2 cups, you want to pull up listening to Threat to Society. Money in the Way, soulful type vibe. And if you know me, you know I'm down with the soulful type vibes, especially being that I'm down from a good old soulful state called Mississippi. So you know how I feel about that. He's got a vibe and flow on that. The beat, he's just riding the beat perfectly. You have to pull up properly to this one as well. Statue of Limitations. One of the weaker tracks to me on the project. The drums was kind of plain. The piano in the background was just not doing it for me. Some people may enjoy this track, but it did nothing for me. That was one of the ones that I would call that track feces, but not that. Not this album, because we still got to break it down. High Top Versace. I'm going to say something that might upset you guys. I'm going to say that's a wasted feature with Young Thug, because I feel like they could have did something way better than this. This High Top Versace, it kind of seemed like a reach for a club track, which I feel like 2 Chainz shouldn't have to do this at all. It probably could be due to the songs prior that made it seem like, oh, now we're gonna do this, buddy. So I wasn't really feeling this one. Although, right when I said I'm not smiling on this song, then the song Whip with Travis Scott comes on. This song is fire indeed. Production, fucking amazing. Making the playlist definitely going to the playlist. Lots of stunting on this song, which is fine on this track. I think there's something I gotta say. Killer track. Enough said. Makes you forget the weak feature with Young Thug that took place earlier. NCAA. First off, another thing I'm a big fan of is 3-6 Mafia. And it gave me, not saying that it was a 3-6 Mafia track, but it gave me a 3-6 Mafia type vibe with the chanting of the chorus, the NCAA type vibe. I've got to let you know something that you probably know already. It's making the playlist. Mama, I Hit a Lick. Now, I am not anti-Kendrick Lamar, but I do know that everybody's gonna probably force themselves to like this because they just love Kendrick Lamar. However, this particular song, no. It's not trash. It's okay. It's not making the playlist. It's probably one of those songs that if I step out the room and I hear it and I can't get to a remote control or my cellular device in time, I might say, hey, just let it play, cause there's another banger on the way. Rule the World featuring Ariana Grande. Big fan of soulful type samples, I think I told you this. Shockingly, Ariana Grande fits this song perfectly. Production, once again, makes you drown and forget that you're listening to Ariana Grande on the sample, on the chorus here. And you might want to throw this in the playlist. Probably a different one, but you might want to do that. Not to mention, there's things that 2 Chainz is bringing on this track. They call them bars. Girl's Best Friend featuring Ty Dolla $ign. I oddly like this song. For some reason, I like this song, and I think it's because I'm a senior citizen, and it gives me that 90s type feel, that 90s type vibe, and I'm fucking with it. Definitely making the playlist. I'm Rare, featuring Wayne and E40, another club track. However, I like this beat. I like these features, and being that the chorus is just him saying, I'm rare. I'm rare. I'm rare. I'm rare. Somehow it works for 2 Chainz. Somehow it works. There is some kind of weird trumpet sound that comes in. It gives me a Sega Genesis vibe when E40 comes in. Makes me want to do something that I don't normally do. Crip Walk. So you might want to check that song out. The track I Said Me. Samples on point. He's killing this track. And I've got to say it again. Enough said. I'm not crazy. Life is. I'll tell you, there's some wild jazzy drums here. Almost a poetic type of production here. And he comes with paper and pen. And the paper and pen was highly upset. Chainz shows up lyrically as well. Content Vibes, Kodak Black also shows up. And matter of fact, I'm going to say lyrically that was probably one of the stronger songs on here. Not a fucking game. Looking here. Then there's the track Sam. Let me tell you. If you're down with UGK, you're automatically gonna like this song. If you're down with some good dialogue at the end of a song, you're automatically gonna like this song. If you're down to hear 2 Chainz talk about something else than being in the trap, because he's talking about taxes, he's talking about, hey, I've got fucking content, and he's letting you see another side of 2 Chainz. So I'm gonna get this song right in the fucking playlist. So let's see what our verdict is. You may know due to what I've stated here, but we still gotta come to the conclusion. Let's do it. That's what we had to say about the album. I think you will agree, but you may not. You can always go check him out. Go holler at him. Go visit him. Whether you're in the gym, cleaning up the kitchen, doing the laundry, or throwing gang signs in the back seat of a Cadillac, you need to check out that new 2 Chainz Ball or Go to the League. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Let's see how I really felt. And I want to know how y'all felt. Ball or Go to the League? Is it fire? Or is it feces? I think after all that I said about it, I think it's real clear what I feel about this album. I'm gonna call this album fire. And when we're doing these sessions, you probably know there ain't no middle ground. We ain't gonna do that little kind of fire, kind of feces. It's either fire or feces. And I'm saying this album is fucking fire. Make sure you visit this album. Make sure you enjoy it. Make sure you say 2 Chainz. Make sure you say true. And make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get some more of the Velvet Juggernaut from the Velvet Vibes podcast. Shout out to the whole crew. I've got the link in the description so you can check out the podcast as well, so you can see what else we be doing, what else we be talking about. We got it going on. Holla at me. If you want to argue with me, do it down there in the comments. Let's see what you thought about it.